This is what I want to talk about. A lot of crazy shiznit. What the hell's going on, man?
32 has been moved from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada to the Forum in Inglewood, California.
Man, what do you it is a crazy thing because when you hear Dana and
Jeff
Jeff,
Nowitzki?
yes, talk about it, they're saying, listen, the guy did absolutely nothing wrong. Jon Jones.
Right.
But wait, didn't they say they were testing him all along, like 6 or 7 times?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been tested 8. I think it was in Embedded. I saw it last night. He's been tested 8 times in 6 months.
So why does the metabolite just come up now?
Well,
I'm confused.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can go ahead.
Well, it's the kind of... I think it has something to do with what a metabolite is. It's residual leftovers from something that was eventually in your system. So I don't know if it comes up sometimes and doesn't come up other times because of whatever chemistry is in your body. Is that somewhat the answer?
So Jeff Nowitzki is going to be on Joe Rogan's podcast today. I think when people listening to this, he will have already been on.
Okay.
So I would obviously suggest listening to him because he's like an expert in all this stuff. But as I understand it, it's such a minuscule amount. They described it as 1/50 millionth of a grain of sand. So, I mean, we're talking like a tiny, like an unbelievably tiny amount.
Yeah.
So if it's detected in this test, it doesn't mean it wasn't present in other tests, but it might have been in a little bit of a smaller amount.
Right.
And so it didn't show up.
Right.
This is just at the level, like the smallest level it could be at that it would show up in a test.
All these tests are super crazy nowadays.
It's confusing, though. But then, is this something that he got popped for before?
This is the same stuff from the last California fight.
Correct.
And they're saying that was something that he was found innocent on also? Is that
It
right?
was turinabol, and basically he says, or what he was cleared of is that he took it accidentally. So it might have been in some type of substance or protein shake or whatever it was, and there was trace amounts of that.
What does the champ think of it?
Oh, DC.
I don't think DC is...
DC.
What, man, there's some shit going on.
Yeah.
Can you blame DC for being as upset as he is, though? It's like, here's this dude again, and he's just causing more problems.
But is he? I mean, you hear all these guys saying, look, no, this is a...
Well, he's innocent, but it's still him that, you know?
Right, and that is the thing. I mean, in fairness to John, yes, it is another thing where it's like, because of Jon Jones, X, Y, and Z happened. But
right.
He really, according to everybody, the California State Athletic Commission, Nevada State, Dana, Jeff Nowitzki, independent experts, everybody is saying this is not, there's no way he could have taken this tiny of an amount.
Yeah.
Or had he even taken it in between tests, there's no way it would be down
but
to
I
this
understand
amount.
the concern. Like,
he is innocent of this.
For me, when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, if it's such a small amount, why even bring it up? And if it's such a small amount, why is there an issue? But everybody has legalities to go by, and Vegas was just like, we can't do all the necessary things to clear this when something
they're not
pops.
there. 4 out of the 5 commissioners, I think, they're on vacation. It's it's Christmas when this happens, so
Christmas and New Year's.
Right.
Nobody's working this week except us right now. But
what is going to... I know, right? Now, but what is... Now, this is my concern now. Let's say if I was fighting on the card.
yeah.
And I had my family coming out there. And what's going on with that, man?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on with all these? I feel bad for all the people on the card.
Yeah, Corey Anderson was one that like really lost it.
It's like, what do you do with that? Like, what do you? I mean, listen, I feel bad for everybody involved. I mean, they want, because not for nothing. If you heard Dana talk on the thing, he's like, it's not fair. These guys are training their ass off for a title fight. You know what I mean? And he's saying neither of them did anything wrong. Like, Jon Jones would be getting punished twice for the same thing.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm still confused why, if they did 8 tests between now and when the fight got announced, how the fuck does this metabolite come out at the end? I'm still confused by that. I'm no scientist.
Me too.
Yeah,
so
but maybe
Nowitzki
can explain that on Rogan's podcast.
I think that's probably right.
What I will say is that the science now is so crazy. I mean, think about like something like 23andMe or whatever, where you can spit into a cup and send it in the mail, and then they're like, yeah, in the 1800s, your ancestors were crossing Africa. You're like, what the fuck? How did you get that from my spit?
Is that real?
Yeah. Like, when you do these DNA tests, I mean, the science nowadays is so advanced and so crazy.
Oh my goodness, that's some good coffee.
The
Fuck, I'm
science
sorry.
of what's the name of the machine?
What is that fucking Keurig out there? What is that? On here? Hello, is this Jim Norton?
Hello?
Yes, I'm the only person not canceling today. I hear Gustafson and BJ both canceled.
Well,
Yep.
that's all. Listen, let me tell you something, Jimmy. Michael Chiesa called in. So, hey, we didn't. People jump to get on this show. And it's a lot of times they fucking jump right off it, too. But, Jimmy, how are you, man? I miss you.
I miss you, too. I'm okay. I'm in L.A., and this whole fuck-up with Jones and the fight being moved out to Anaheim, I'm actually hoping it works in my favor. I was supposed to come home tomorrow, but then I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to stay and go to the fight. So I'm going to. I changed my flight. I've gotten no confirmation that I can get a ticket yet. So I called Dana's office, and she's like, I'll let you know, and I have not heard back, so it's probably not going to work out.
No, Jimmy.
No, stay positive.
And, Jimmy, listen, you're a famous comedian. You take over the world. I mean, I saw your Netflix
That's what I
special.
said on the phone to them.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know some people, too, and I'm going to make some calls. You're going to get there, Jimmy. You don't got to be my plus one, Jimmy. You're somebody. But now, Jimmy, that's a crazy turn of events, no?
Well, did Joe was going to interview Nowitzki? Has he talked to and figured out exactly what's going on? What happened?
I think he's going to talk to him at 2:00 LA time, so I don't think he's even spoken to him yet when we're recording this, so I'm not sure yet. But
okay, he hasn't talked to him yet. I actually believe Jones, though. I mean,
I do.
They said the amount found, it's impossible that he did it in between tests and cycles. It's something probably that was in his system or something he's taking in real life that has this in it that no one's ever tested for. Like there's some weird food he's eating. There's something happened. There's no way this guy's doping at this point. He can't be. He's not that stupid.
What I don't understand, and Jimmy, I don't want you to argue this, but I'm no scientist, okay?
In my eyes, you are.
Thank you, Jimmy. Is if he's had 8 tests between now and whenever he's got the fight announced or whatever it is, why is this shit just coming up now? It just came up now or something. I mean, so 7 tests prior, nothing came up at all? I'm confused.
Well, that's why I'm thinking it's probably something that he's ingesting that's like a food or something that has nothing to do with it.
Well, they're
because
saying
they said, I think.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
No. That's it. What are they saying?
Well, they're saying it's a metabolite, right? And metabolite is residual leftovers from a parent drug. So the parent drug will get out of your system really fast, and the metabolite will stay in there. It could be 2 years that something's still in your system. That's why they're saying it's just residual from whatever it was he got popped for in 2017. So it's the same thing. It's not like he took something new. It's left over from, the last time he did it. Metabolite, it's like metabolism. It's how your body metabolizes food or metabolizes a drug. So it's just still sitting in there.
I was wondering that because it's like when you do drugs, you go for a drug test.
Right.
Like somebody who doesn't exercise, now obviously he exercises, but someone who doesn't exercise, it can sit in your fat for a while.
Yeah. And
then it winds up leaving your body slower. So does this work that way? Just not obviously not in his fat.
Yeah, like certain things go out of your system quicker. Like, I don't know, I think THC takes 30 days, right?
You have any on you?
No.
All right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, guys.
I thought you were asking me.
No, I have a problem. Listen, we got fight stuff to talk about here, man. We got to go over our picks. First of all, Jimmy, if you could get to that card, it is an amazing freaking card here.
It's amazing, but I don't want to bother Dana. Like Dana's got enough stuff, probably trying to book people hotels and all this shit, and
He hurt his foot too, Jimmy.
Dana.
He hurt his foot.
What's that?
He hurt his foot. Dana.
How do you hurt his foot?
Maybe kicking someone in the ass. I don't know. But he hurt it.
What?
All I know is because, Jimmy, I was supposed to go to Pensacola and shoot looking for a fight. Remember?
What?
Yeah,
why didn't you go?
Because he hurt his foot or something, man. And next thing you know, we couldn't go. And then there goes my Christmas money. Jimmy, that's not me. A lot of people have their own problems. I don't want to make it about me. Jimmy.
Yeah, but your problem is important, man. I like hearing about your problems. I mean, you're half the show. I like hearing about your troubles and how you resolve them.
Yeah, I'm the worst half. Jimmy, I was going to ask you, I don't want to be that guy, but I mean, I know I asked you to come over for Christmas, but then I seen on Instagram that you were on a plane. That's why I didn't follow up with you, because I'm like, all right.
Yes.
Now there's no reason he's not going to jump back on a plane and come back to have dinner at my house. And you had a fun time with your little friends out there, Jimmy.
Yeah, I really did, but it was very moving that you asked me. I've actually spoken about that a lot while I was out here. It was really sweet, man. I love you for that. Thank you.
Jimmy.
But no, I've had a good time out here, but it was really, I love you for asking.
Oh, man, we just had a nice, it is, Actually, it might not have been a good thing because my kids were sick, man. They were sick. They both had fevers and stuff. But that was on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day was very relaxed. Just Edwin and Marie, they came over. It was nice and relaxed. But anyway, Jimmy, let's get to some fights, my man. Where do you want to start? From the main down, or?
Yeah, well, we'll do our picks for the main card. But I was just gonna say on the early prelims, we got Brian Kelleher fighting Montel Jackson. Curtis Millender versus Sahar Badarizada. Uriah Hall is fighting Bevan Lewis.
Wow.
Andre Ewell, Nathaniel Wood. That's all in the early prelims. So this is
they're good.
Unbelievably stacked
Those are
card.
good. I can say from experience, I've seen Andre Ewell fight in the LFA. Saw him get the title before he moved on to the UFC, and that kid has a very bright future.
Yeah, he just beat Barao. Actually, he's coming. That was his UFC debut. He beat Barao.
Yeah, how do you
Who did he
debut
beat?
and fight Henan Barao?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
and
excited
then let me
about-
just say this. Sorry. For the FS1 prelims, BJ Penn and Ryan Hall. We were supposed to talk to BJ.
Oh, wait,
obviously.
Oh,
BJ's
they're
on the
opening. They're
He's opening the
card.
FS1 prelims.
Oh, he's
yeah.
opening the prelims.
Right.
Peter Yan versus Douglas Silva de Andrade. Kat Zingano versus Megan Anderson. Kat's making her featherweight debut.
Very excited
And
about that.
Andre Arlovsky and Walt Harris.
That's the prelims.
Are the main event of the prelims.
Wow.
I would watch that just as like not anymore a Fox card, but an ESPN card.
Absolutely.
I love the fights on a nice Saturday night. You know what I mean?
There was Sunday this time.
Oh wait, is it Sunday?
No,
No.
Jimmy,
Isn't it?
no, he's messing with us.
You sure, right?
No, I'm not.
No, it's
I
the
actually thought it was
29th.
Sunday. I almost,
No, I swear to God. It's
oh,
this
you're
Friday.
right.
It's a Saturday.
I almost screwed up. It's New Year's Eve.
Eve.
Oh, is it 2 days before New Year's Eve?
Yeah.